everybody, and welcome to Protect Our Winters Action Fund with a quick Civics 101 lesson. In this short video, we want to be able to provide an overview of how the United States federal and state governments work. Federal government. The structure of the United States federal government is outlined in the Constitution. There are three branches of the United States government: the legislative, executive, and judicial branch. These three co-equal branches of government provide checks and balances on each other. Legislative branch. First, the legislative branch writes the laws of the land. The U.S. federal legislative branch is a bicameral system, meaning it has two bodies. These bodies are the House of Representatives and the Senate, also known together as Congress. The House of Representatives is capped at 435 members and is representative of citizens based off of state population. Because representation is based on population, some states only have one member while others have many. Each member in the House can serve unlimited 2-year terms, modeled to keep members accountable and responsive to their constituents. The second body of the legislature is the Senate. The Senate is based on equal representation. Each state, no matter the population, gets 2 senators each. Senators serve unlimited 6-year terms to allow for deeper thought and discussion in the lawmaking process. Executive branch. Second, the U.S. has the executive branch, which includes the President, Vice President, and the Cabinet. This branch is tasked with implementing and enforcing laws passed by Congress. The President is the head of state and commander-in-chief of the armed forces. Additionally, the President has veto power over the legislative branch. The President also establishes the Cabinet, which consists of independent federal agencies that are responsible for the day-to-day enforcement of federal laws under their area of expertise. Examples include the Department of Interior and Department of Justice. Judicial branch. Finally, we have the judicial branch. The judicial branch interprets the constitutionality of laws passed by Congress and applies them. At the top of the judicial branch is the United States Supreme Court. The highest court in the U.S., the Supreme Court consists of 9 justices who serve lifetime appointments. They are appointed by the President and get approved or opposed by the Senate. Overall, the judicial branch aims to guarantee that every person accused of a wrongdoing has a right to a fair trial before a competent judge and a jury of one's peers. State government. The 10th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution states all powers not granted to the federal government are reserved for the states and the people. All state governments are modeled after the federal government and consist of the same 3 branches. Although the 3-branch structure is not required, the U.S. Constitution mandates that all states uphold a republican form of government, meaning the powers of government are held by the people. Each state constitution outlines the basic structure of that state's government. State legislative branch. All states but Nebraska have bicameral state legislative bodies. Nebraska is a unicameral body, meaning there is only one chamber that decides state law. The other 49 states model the U.S. Congress. Each state has a body called the State House, which is sometimes called the State Assembly, as well as the State Senate. The state-level legislative branch performs the same function as the U.S. Congress, but each state decides when to hold its state elections, the length of term, and term limits for their legislators. State executive branch. Each state has a governor who is the head of state and commander of the state's National Guard. They perform the same function as the U.S. President, but each state determines the scope of the governor's power, length of term, and term limits. The governor also oversees state agencies, much like the President oversees a cabinet, and this could include agencies such as the State Fish and Game Department or the Department of Transportation. The governor also has veto power over the state legislative branch. State judicial branch. Last but not least, each state has their own judicial branch. State judicial branches are usually led by the state Supreme Court, which hears appeals from lower-level state courts. Court structures and judicial appointments, or elections, are determined either by legislation or the state constitution. Rulings made in state Supreme Courts are normally binding. However, when questions are raised regarding consistency with the U.S. Constitution, matters may be appealed directly to the United States Supreme Court. And there's a quick Civics 101 federal and state government for you. Thanks for watching.